Can you feel the electricity crackling through the air at Hollis Hall? Hey, Bears News. Fan Report family, your go-to destination for everything Chicago football is firing on all cylinders today. So hit that like button and subscribe right now if you're ready to ride this wave with us. Imagine a scene where every lineman's cleats are digging into turf charged with anticipation, where every huddle crackles with the promise of something special. Could this be the dawn of a new era in Chicago Bears history? We've all seen the highlights, last year's offensive struggles, the halftime adjustments that sometimes never quite took hold, and the endless questions about whether this team could find the spark to light up the scoreboard. But right here, right now, there's a storm gathering, led by a young coach who believes in rewriting the narrative. Enter Ben Johnson, the offensive mastermind who arrived in town preaching innovation, hustle, and an unshakable belief in his rising star. He stood before the media after today's rookie OTA, eyes shining with conviction, and dropped this line that sent ripples through every fan's soul. The things that he's put on tape, I feel pretty confident we can go on and get after it a little bit. Go on and get after it? Those words aren't just coach speak. They're a declaration of war on mediocrity. Who is he? What exactly has been taped? We'll get there. But first, let's appreciate the canvas Johnson is working with. Young talents like Rome Odunze stretching their arms in perfect route-running form, Shamar Turner digging in as if every rep could define his career, and Ozzie Trapilo sliding into those tackle drills with the quiet determination of a warrior pledging allegiance to the city. Every player out there is hungry, but there's one name that makes every defensive coordinator sit up and take notice. One quarterback whose growth this offseason could change the trajectory of the entire franchise. Could this be the moment when the Bears finally unearth the dual-threat signal caller of our dreams? Is it possible that the kid who once lit up college stadiums, threading passes with laser precision and scrambling for first downs with fearless grit, is about to do the same under the bright lights of Soldier Field? Picture the scenarios. A 10-play drive where every read is dissected with surgical precision, where wide receivers like Colston Loveland find gaps in zone coverage, running backs get second-chance yardage thanks to perfectly timed play action, and defenses scramble like ants under attack. Some insiders have whispered that Caleb Williams has already shown glimpses of that magic, absorbing complex concepts and executing at full speed during today's OTA. Sure, the practice was up and down. No rookie experience is seamless. But what stood out was his tenacity. Every time Johnson called hike, Williams sprinted back to the line, eyes locked on the play, eager for another rep. He's committed to learning the offense, Johnson added, reminding us that greatness is forged in the film room as much as on the field. Could this dedication be the missing ingredient for a Bears squad still chasing its first playoff berth? In years? And what if Johnson has more tricks up his sleeve? Innovative formations, creative run-pass options, and that relentless tempo designed to keep opponents guessing all game long. You don't revolutionize an offense by playing it safe. You do it by daring every defender to prove they can stop you. Now, imagine Johnson and Williams together, side by side in the film room, peeling back layers of defense like detectives, uncovering clues. Could their partnership become the defining force that propels Chicago from a rebuilding experiment to bona fide contenders? As the sun set over Lake Michigan and OTA drills wrapped up, one phrase from Johnson lingered in the air. We're not where we need to be yet as a team. He understands that. He understands that. Who is he, if not the young quarterback whose name we've been tiptoeing around? If you've been paying attention, you know exactly who I'm talking about, and when we reveal that name, everything changes. So, buckle up, Bears faithful, because the next chapter promises to shatter expectations and set the stage for a summer of revelations. Stay locked in. This story is just heating up. If you're fired up about the possibilities we've been unpacking, smash that like button and subscribe to Bears News Fan Report, because what comes next could redefine Chicago football for a generation. Picture this. Ben Johnson, the offensive innovator who transformed the Lions' attack into a juggernaut, standing in Halas Hall alongside a freshly minted rookie, Caleb Williams, whose college resume reads like a highlight reel of historic snaps and game-winning heroics. Now imagine the electric alchemy of those two forces merging under the Chicago skyline. Could this partnership be the spark that ignites Soldier Field into a fortress once more? Let's crank up the narrative volume. Last season, the Bears' offense sputtered, averaging a pedestrian 20 points per game, barely enough to whisper a threat in the NFC North. Contrast that with Williams' final college campaign, where he slung 4,654 passing yards, 42 touchdowns, and lit up defenses with a 72% completion rate, all while orchestrating comebacks that would make even the toughest veteran nod in respect. Johnson watched those tapes and saw not just statistics, but the blueprint for a relentless no-huddle assault designed to keep opponents off balance. Could it be that those same wrinkles he drew up in Detroit, where they ranked first in yards per play, are now being repurposed here in Chicago, tailored to amplify Williams' uncanny pocket presence and turbocharged arm strength? Context matters. We've seen rookie quarterbacks flounder behind porous lines, but that script flips when the play caller adapts. Remember Jay Cutler's early flash under Mark Trestman? Or Peyton Manning's rookie surge with Jim Fassel before his Colts dynasty? There's precedent for a fresh face and a cerebral coach combining to defy expectations. Now, Johnson's been vocal about Williams learning a pro-style offense at an unprecedented pace. He's grasped concepts in days that usually take weeks, Johnson enthused after OTA practice, and we fans have felt that extra energy in every drill. Could this accelerated learning curve propel the Bears from rebuilding to boom faster than anyone dared predict? Of course, questions remain. How will the offensive line, rebuilt but still finding cohesion, hold up against veteran pass rushers hungry to exploit a rookie quarterback's nerves? Will Johnson dial back his signature tempo in the noise of a hostile road game, or will he double down, daring defenses to keep up with Williams' pre-snap audibles and jet sweeps? We've already seen glimpses of that daring in minicamp. Williams, scanning the secondary, spotting mismatches that would flummox even seasoned pros, then audibling into quick strike plays that left defenders scrambling for answers. Could these high-risk, high-reward calls become the Bears' identity? The very thing that turned Soldier Field into a haven no opposing defense wants to enter? Consider the emotional stakes. Chicago fans have waited since 2010 for a true franchise quarterback, riding the roller coaster of hope and heartbreak with names like Cutler, Trubisky, and Fields. Now, Williams arrives with a pedigree forged by championships and Heisman final-studded moments. He carries not just the weight of a rookie label but the hopes of a city yearning for its next hero. When he connects with Rome Odunze on that back shoulder, fade, or orchestrates a 2-minute drill that brings the crowd to its feet, those are the memories that etch themselves into the franchise lore. Could Williams become the next Walter Payton-type legend, revered not just for his stats, but for the passion he brings to being a Bear, and what of the fan base? We've already seen season ticket lines snake around buildings, social media buzzing with "Rise Up, Chai," and local bars filling to capacity every time orange is the new black on the scoreboard graphics. Combine that buzz with Johnson's promise of a creative, unpredictable playbook, and you've got an atmosphere where noise levels rival playoff arenas. Some insiders predict that a successful rookie campaign could push the Bears into their first postseason berth since 2018, a seismic shift that would electrify one of the most storied fan bases in sports. Could Chicago become the model of how a team rebuilds, complete with a rookie quarterback and a visionary play caller, while reclaiming the proud legacy of Monsters of the Midway? But let's not gloss over the risks. Rookie slumps happen, defenses adjust, and the pressure cooker of NFL expectations can wear down even the toughest competitors. What if Williams hits a midseason wall? What if Johnson's aggressive play calling backfires in primetime spotlight games? Yet risk is the currency of greatness, and few risks have gleamed as brightly as this one does right now. The narrative isn't guaranteed, but the potential, oh, the potential, is breathtaking. So here's where we stand. A superstar coach determined to build an offense as dynamic as any in the league. A phenom quarterback hungry to prove he belongs. On the grandest stage, and a city ready to roar at the first sign of success. The question isn't whether this experiment will be fascinating. It's whether it will be legendary. Are we on the brink of witnessing Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson rewrite the Bears' storybook, pulling the franchise from the shadows into the spotlight? I don't know about you, but I've got chills just thinking about it. The countdown to kickoff is ticking, and all we can do is hold our breath and watch this saga unfold. Go Bears!